This is the Hummingbird News Channel, where we keep you up to date with news from across Jamaica. Thank you for watching. Please remember to subscribe, like, comment, and share. And now the details. Second double murder in Hanover in only days. There is a strong police military presence in the Hanover community of Logwood, which has remained tense following Wednesday morning's double murder, which involved a 16-year-old boy and the operator of a bar. It was the second double murder in the parish in only 4 days. The deceased from Wednesday's incident have been identified as 39-year-old bar operator Kevon Roosevelt and a 16-year-old student Rajay Martinez, both of Hanover addresses. 2 other individuals were shot and injured during the incident. Reports are that about 11 a.m., residents heard gunshots coming from the bar in the community and summoned the police. When the police arrived on the scene, 4 men were found suffering from gunshot injuries. They were rushed to the hospital, where Roosevelt and Martinez were pronounced dead. The others were admitted for treatment. The Major Investigation Division, MID, has commenced a probe into the incident. The MID is also probing a double murder that rocked Mount Pleasant district in Hanover on Saturday. The deceased from Saturday's attack were identified as 29-year-old Aaron Melbourne of Mount Pleasant in Hanover and 18-year-old Anthony Salmon of a St. James address. Caymanian family charged with stealing Jamaican boy. A Caymanian woman and her son have been charged with stealing a 12-year-old Jamaican boy and mistreating him. They have been identified as 59-year-old Lurleen Viola Henry Smith and 42-year-old Anthony Ricardo Jackson from East End, Cayman, who are facing charges of stealing a child and cruelty to a child. It is alleged that they enticed the child from Jamaica to the Cayman Islands, where he was abused, neglected, and enslaved. According to a Cayman News Service report, Henry Smith and Jackson were arrested in April 2019, more than 3 months after the child arrived, but charges were not brought until May 2021 after a long investigation. The report noted the Crown's case, which said the child was sent to Cayman as a result of an arrangement between Smith and his family, who believed he was going to get a better chance at life. However, the child was locked in the home and made to undertake domestic chores. He was also never enrolled in school, the report said. His case was later brought to the attention of the authorities when he ran away, and an investigation was conducted, which suggested Smith could be involved in further child trafficking and enslavement, the report said. The child has since been returned to Jamaica. Public defender to assist woman whose baby died under controversial circumstances at hospital. Public defender Arlene Harrison Henry says her office is prepared to assist Shanique Armstrong, the 26-year-old woman whose baby died under controversial circumstances at Spanish Town Hospital last week Wednesday. A meeting is scheduled between the 2 parties in the coming days. Whatever services we have here that can be of assistance to her, including any need for legal representation that arises, this office is available to render such help to the young lady. It is also available to all persons who have had this sort of experience, Harrison Henry said this morning. Reports are that 26-year-old Armstrong visited the hospital for a recurring cough, but ended up delivering her baby on her own in the company of strangers. Armstrong, who went into premature labor while on the bed in the waiting area of the hospital's accident and emergency A&D department, said that her cries for help went unanswered by hospital staff, including nurses whom she said insisted that they were not trained to deliver babies. Case of Jamaican-Canadian couple murdered in St. Thomas transferred to Kingston.
The case of 25-year-old Fabian Skirvin, who is charged with the murder of an elderly Jamaican-Canadian couple in Retreat, St. Thomas, has been transferred from the St. Thomas Circuit Court to the Home Circuit Court in Kingston for mention on July 27. Attorney at law Anthony Williams, who is representing Skirvin, said today that the court has granted an application by the defense for a forensic psychiatric report for Skirvin. Williams said based on the report, the defense will be able to determine how to proceed. Skirvin is jointly charged with his girlfriend, Nikia Thompson. It was reported that Skirvin gave a caution statement to the police in which he said he was under a mental delusion and had heard two voices, one telling him to kill and the other not to kill. It is also alleged that Skirvin had mentioned feeling a ball of fire over his head. Williams, in applying for psychiatric evaluation, said it would help to determine Skirvin's state of mind at the time of the incident. Skirvin is in custody while Thompson is on bail. Melbourne Flake, 81, and his wife Etta, 70, were found dead at their dream vacation home in Retreat, St. Thomas on January 9, 2018. Their hands and feet were bound. It was reported that the husband had wounds to his head and the wife had reportedly suffocated. The couple, who were Jamaicans, had lived in Canada for 50 years. The Crown is alleging that the husband and wife were killed at their home and that their ATM cards were stolen and used to make various purchases, including a wedding ring. Skirvin worked with the couple as a handyman. Higgler stabbed to death in Linstead, St. Catherine. 51-year-old Courtney Demetrius, a higgler of Russell Pen District, Linstead in St. Catherine, died as a result of stab wounds he received in an altercation with men in his community on Sunday, June 6th. Reports by the Linstead police are that about 10:30 p.m., Demetrius and another man were walking home when they were pounced upon by men armed with knives. The other man raised an alarm, but when help reached the location, Demetrius was discovered suffering from stab wounds. He was rushed to hospital where he was pronounced dead. Investigations also revealed that the victim was robbed before he was killed. No motive yet for Saltspring murder. Detectives for the Montego Bay Criminal Investigations Branch, CIB, probing the shooting death of Tyra Da Costa of a Saltspring address on Tuesday, are yet to determine a motive for the killing. According to reports, Da Costa, a steel worker of Angie Lane in that inner-city community, was at home about 5 p.m. when he was attacked and shot several times by men carrying rifles and handguns. He was taken to hospital where he was pronounced dead. 20 new COVID-19 cases, 1 additional fatality. An additional COVID-19 death has been recorded in Jamaica. He is a 50-year-old man from Kingston and St. Andrew. And 1 more case has been recorded as a coincidental death, increasing the tally to 146. Meanwhile, there were 20 new cases with ages ranging from 11 to 78 years, pushing the total to 49,110, with 20,733 being active. Of the new cases, 13 are women and 7 are men. St. James accounts for most of the new infections, with 7 cases being recorded. A total of 2,417 tests were conducted. The country's positivity rate stands at 2.9%. In the meantime, there were 185 more recoveries, increasing the total to 27,013. Some 156 people are in hospital, with 26 being moderately ill and 9 critically ill. 2 people are in government quarantine, while 37,360 are at home.
And those were the stories making the news. Stay safe and have a pleasant evening. This is the Hummingbird News Channel, where we keep you up to date with news from across Jamaica. Thank you for watching. Please remember to subscribe, like, comment, and share. And don't forget to hit the bell so you can keep up to date with our new uploads. Until next time, be the change that you wish to see in the world.